Howdy folks, that right there is an Aprilia RS457, the new kid on the block, the spiciest beginner sport bike that money can buy. Aprilia doesn't make new motorcycles that often, but this thing is brand new, and a lot of you in the comment sections have been wanting to hear about this machine and wanted me to ride one. Well, I did one better for you. I went ahead and bought this motorcycle. Got it here from AF1 in Austin. Big shout out to them. Thank you very much for hooking it up with this motorcycle for me. But this thing is a giveaway bike. I am not keeping it for myself, and you only have 3 weeks to get entered to win it. We're doing something a little different. We're going a little fast with this one because it's a fast motorcycle, and I thought that would be fun. Head over to the website and become a member and get your entries locked and loaded to win this machine. Early October is when this thing is going to end. There's only 3 weeks. This is a short sweepstakes. We normally do these for like 3 months to give ourselves a lot of time to make content and talk about the bikes, but I wanted to do something different because I just thought that this bike would be so much fun to do in between a few of the other bikes we're going to be giving away this year. So go and check out the website, yammynoob.co, and get signed up as a member and get entered to win. You'll also get access to the Discord server, which is a ton of fun too. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this machine and what makes it so different than the other beginner bikes in this category. All right, let's discuss what makes the RS457 such a great package in the beginner sport bike segment. The first thing I want to point out to you guys is this aluminum twin spar frame. There is no other beginner bike that has a frame like this motorcycle, and you guys know that I'm an evangelist about frames on machines. They make a huge difference. They determine so much of the handling beyond suspension, beyond geometry, and this is truly a leading light in the beginner bike category for this thing to have an aluminum twin spar frame. It's lightweight, it's agile, it's nimble, it's very, very rigid side to side, and I tell you what, it's a ton of fun to ride. The other really cool part about this motorcycle, obviously, is this brand new 457cc parallel twin with a 270-degree crank engine. 4 valves per cylinder, liquid cooled, thoroughly modern, making 47 horsepower and 32 foot-pounds of torque. Now, Aprilia is limited of the amount of power they can make out of this engine because it's designed to be a class-leading A2 compliant bike. That is the licensing restriction in Europe. So they literally can't make it be any more faster or any more lighter, otherwise it wouldn't comply with those requirements. Now, Aprilia didn't simply just shrink down the RS660 to make the RS457. This is an all-new motorcycle that's built in conjunction with their Indian factory of Piaggio in India. So this is an Italian-designed motorcycle, but built in India. And one of the dead giveaways on this machine, being an Indian-built motorcycle, is this front brake caliper. If you guys look, this is a bi-brie brake with a radial mount pinching one single disc up front. And that is a pretty dead giveaway of an Indian-made bike because that is a subsidiary of Brembo. And it kind of feels like Indian bikes are taking over the world right now, doesn't it? This motorcycle also features the Prismatic dark colorway, and it's really hard to explain what this color looks like in person because the videos and photos just really don't do it justice. It has sort of like a holographic feel to it. You guys will notice as I walk around, you'll see it kind of color morphs a little bit. And one of the users on our Discord server actually called it oil spill, which is not good to call an Aprilia oil spill, is it? I think Aprilia totally nailed the looks on this machine. It looks like a big bike, it sounds like a big bike, and I think it's a really, really knockout hit. Furthermore, you also have this nice cockpit right here. Check out the triple tree, nice and cut out there. We'll flick the key on. You'll see you get the same TFT that you would get in the RS660, same size, very similar layout. You got the start button right there. It's in neutral. Why don't we go ahead and give it a little start, shall we? Same starter motor as the 660, so it has the same kind of crank to it. Nice burbly 270-degree firing order. We'll take a quick listen. Very nice. Distinct lack of cruise control, but you do get some of the Aprilia traction control features. You have 3 levels of TC on this machine, a couple other things. And check it out, fuel gauge with the range. Not too bad. In my opinion, this motorcycle really is a knockout hit for the likes of the Ninja 500 and the CF Moto 450 SS. Now, the CF Moto 450 SS obviously is cheaper, but nowadays the Ninja 500 is starting to be about as expensive as this thing. A comparable Ninja 500 nowadays is starting to get up there in price, costing anywhere from low $6,000s to probably somewhere around $8,000 out the door. And when you consider that kind of money, I don't see why you wouldn't get an Aprilia RS457. It's got the 270-degree crank. It's just a little bit more spicy, a little bit more interesting. Sure, the build quality might be a little questionable with Aprilia, but I think they've made good strides since then, and I certainly would chance an Aprilia over a Chinese motorcycle. Stylistically, this motorcycle shares a bunch with the RS660, the Tuono kind of family line. Like, the lines here are very similar, and overall looks like a premium Aprilia product. This thing does not look like some cheapo, weird Indian or Chinese version of an Aprilia. It's very similar to the Triumph Speed 400, where Aprilia really did their homework and they made it super, super well. You also have a nice cutout here in the side of the fairings that gives you almost a mini winglet type of look, but it really just adds to the elegance and lightweight look of this machine. I think it looks really nice, really svelte, and really purposeful. The RS457 also comes with the adjustable brake lever from the factory. Pretty good pull from this master cylinder. It's a little bit small, a little bit diminutive, but good amount of stopping power, and we will show you guys all the ins and outs on how this motorcycle rides in our detailed first ride tomorrow. The suspension that's fitted on the RS457 is adjustable for preload front and rear, but nothing beyond that. And you'll also notice too that this motorcycle's exhaust is one welded piece, so if you did want to put a pipe on it, you're gonna have to go full system. But check out the design language here on the foot pegs, the frame bolt right there, and the swing arm. It is really quite nice and not something that you would normally see in a beginner bike. We're gonna have some really detailed content with this machine. Go and check out the first ride and review tomorrow, dropping at 11:30 a.m. Central Time. And you can also check out the detailed X-ray style video that we do in the studio, looking at all the ins and outs in this machine and giving you some insights that you're not gonna see anywhere else. So folks, this might be one of the most excited that I've been for any giveaway bike that we've ever done. You guys know I'm a big fan of the beginner sport bike category. I've raced Ninja 400s. I've given away, I think, 3 or 4 different Ninja 400s. I've owned just about every beginner sport bike and given those away too. I started on a Yamaha R3 as well, so I have a very big soft spot for the beginner bike category. And beginner sport bikes, they're just awesome as well too. So if you want the chance to win a brand spanking new Aprilia RS457, sign up as a member on yamanoob.co. You can also buy anything you want, a hat, a t-shirt, a hoodie, but I highly recommend you become a member to get your best chances to win. You're not gonna wanna miss it. Early October is when this thing is gonna end. The sweepstakes is short and sweet. So if you want your chance to win the RS457, you gotta go now and do it on yamanoob.co. Thanks so much for watching today's video. We're gonna have very detailed content on this machine, tons of vlogs, tons of comparisons, so make sure you stay locked and loaded with the notifications bell on here on the channel. We appreciate all of you watching out there. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Fellas, time's up. This video is over. Do you know what else is running out of time? This sweepstakes for the RS457. I really don't want you to miss this. This bike is super cool. It's hard to come by and it's brand spanking new. If you're a beginner sport bike rider or if you're an experienced rider that just wants an awesome, fun toy, head over to the website, sign up and become a member, and don't miss your chance to win this RS457. And I suppose you could keep watching Amy Noob right over here or here. It's somewhere. I don't know. Go watch it.